Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Ssds here. Today I want to give you a quick little guide on Necro Marksman Hunter. I've been playing this a little bit recently on the ladder. It's been giving me kind of success, and there's a lot of questions I get asked about Marksman, so I kind of want to show you what I've been doing with it, so let's hop right into it. First thing off, I'm going to show you what our talents are. Pretty standard build, going to be Serpent Sting, Careful Aim, going to be between Camouflage and Natural Mending, depending on if you're playing against Rogues, Ferals, all that. Streamline, Post Haste, Double Tap, and Lock and Load. Basically, this will never change. You'll only ever change up Camouflage or Natural Mending. For our Honor talents, we have War Sacrifice. I'll use this pretty much baseline. The only time I really ever spec out of War Sacrifice in my 2 sessions is when I was fighting a melee cleave on Blade's Edge for that double knock. Scattershot, another nice baseline talent. So hard to play Marksman without it. And Survival Tactics. Alright, next we're going to look at our Soulbind and our Conduits. So, we're using our Sharpshooter's Focus, Resilience of the Hunter, Necrotic Barrage, Ambuscade, Powerful Precision, and Rejuvenating Wind, and this is the path we're going down. We grab our little Oozling Frictionless Coating, we're going to grab Plagueborn Cleansing Slime, doesn't really matter, and then we're going to grab our Vicious Trail for the Snare. We mainly want to do this so we get double Endurance. We only need 1 Finesse. There are some times where you could go here, grab this extra finesse, but I recommend just going for the double endurance, much better. And now let's get to the first point contention, our stats. So these are my stats I was currently using in my most recent Q session. I'm going to preface this with one thing. I typically wouldn't play with this much crit, but at the moment I'm gearing for survival and marksman at the same time, and I tend to lean towards more survival gameplay. So as survival I'm gemming crit, so it kind of just carries over to my marksman gear. But you should notice I have not a single piece of mastery on, which is going to be shocking to people who've read my wowhead guide or have seen what I said in my streams. Typically, I like to go for a bounce of haste. But what I found with Necrolord Marksman Jungle, with Holy Priest, the way it plays is very setup based. You're doing, like, you can do damage in between the goes, but you're mainly trying to win in your trap stun goes. You're trying to win in the CC. So I did some testing. I had some mastery gear, not a whole lot. But with getting like a 9% mastery increase, I was only getting 2 to 3k damage per aim shot cast with that much mastery. And I would lose about 13% haste, which I personally found not worth it in the aim of that I want to get damage. Also, another reason why I prefer haste is because with our tier set, you already get a substantial buff to your damage for just casting. Almost every single aim shot that you will cast will be buffed by 20% by this 2 set if you're wearing, obviously, the 4 set. So there's no real need to buff it anymore. It's about now getting that cast off because it's already hit so incredibly hard. You definitely can play with more mastery. If you're playing like Ret Hunter or you're playing Thugcleave, you definitely get away with more mastery because you have an easier time getting the cast off in a small window. And you just want to hit as hard as you can. As to where with jungle, like, we want to hit as much as we can because you have these specific windows you want to get the kills in, but also you need you have the feral doing a lot of damage with you, and you just need to get as many casts off as possible. As to with like Thugcleave, Rogue's gonna triple shut down. You're not gonna get shut down, you know. So that's why I prefer haste as this. I use Craven Stratagem as our legendary. Also, we use Unity. Another legendary you could use, I don't recommend it a lot, is the Unblinking Vigil. This is only usable when you have tier set. What this does is every time you gain the Trick Shots effects, you have a 50% chance to refund a charge of aim shot and make that next aim shot free. So I'll go show you on the target dummy here. So you're just going to cast an aim shot. You're going to look down here. Right here I have a little weak ward. That plus signs means I got a aim shot back. Got another aim shot. This one's not going to proc the tier set, but this one has the potential to proc the tier set. It doesn't, unfortunately, but then I get another trick shot, I get an aim shot. So the matchups I like this legendary in are like Ellie Lock, Mage Lock, double casters where you can really sit down and spam cast your aim shots. Those are the matchups I really preferred in, but for the most part, I recommend just wearing Craven, being a nice little safe boy. And so now the next thing I want to talk about is tier set versus non-tier set. When you should use your tier set, when you shouldn't be using your tier set. So, rule of thumb is 90% of games, 85% of games, I'm going to use the tier set. It's such a powerful damage increase. It can really give you It makes up for you not going mastery, and it gives you ability to force cooldowns outside of goes, because you can randomly just pop someone off for 28k without any cooldowns, so you can do a lot of damage. So I prefer to wear tier set in every matchup I can, but there are going to be some games where you can't use it. Say you're playing against Holy Pally Turbo. That's a matchup I wouldn't recommend wearing tier set, because the Pally is going to be stacked on whoever you're killing. So it's going to be your aim shots and your rapid fires are going to cleave to the Paladin in CC and break your traps and break your scatter. So those are the types of matchups. Matchups where you absolutely need your CC to stick, like Turbo, like Warrior, and that it's more likely that they're going to break because they're always going to be stacked, clumped together. So those are matchups like that. One caveat to this is something like Mage Lock. Sometimes when you're hitting one of the casters, they run back to the pillar with their priest or their healer in behind the pillar, and maybe you have a trap down and you're about to aim shot. That's something I don't really care about, because I'm looking to do as much PV damage as I can. I'm trying to force them away. You want them on the back foot, so your tier set comes out really large there. So I just want to kind of go over the general playstyle of Marksman. It's pretty simple. I recommend getting this Weakor. I'll have it linked in the description. What it does is, this number tells you how much focus I have consumed towards my next trick shot, which is your 4 set is, spending 40 focus gains you 1 charge of trick shots. So right here, I have 5 out of 40 focus into my set bonus. So if I Arcane Shot and Arcane Shot, I've now gained the trick shots buff, and now I'm another 5 away. So then I'm going to aim shot here, and then I'm going to proc it, and then I'm at 0. So I'm at 0 into my tier set. So 1 Arcane Shot, 2 Arcane Shot, procs the trick shots here. So what you always want to be trying to do as Marksman jungle, this is going to mainly pertain to jungle, but this kind of playstyle, you'll try to do everything. You always want to save your double tap and your chakrams and your shoot shot for when you're actually doing go. You don't want to do those randomly out these things. So here, like right now, I get a trap here. I can just double tap, shoot a aim shot, get arcane shot consumption, rapid fire here, go for another aim shot, bam, 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 do the setup. So sometimes you can do double tap and death chakrams at the same time. It's not absolutely required, but you can do it. You don't have to always pair them together. It's definitely good in some matchups like Ret Warrior, Druid, where they have lots of defensive cooldowns to rotate through. It's definitely good to just have, like separate goes. Like maybe every 20 seconds you just do some kind of weird stun go. So then you have death chakrams for that one, you have true shot for this one, you have double tap for that one. That way you're always doing a big hit. But don't be afraid, even in between the goes, to just try to get casted damage. Don't, in between goes, don't just be running around doing nothing, right? Still be trying to get the aim shots off, because you still need pressure. You still need to be forcing things in between the goes. Because if you're only doing goes, people are going to be able to react to your damage. That's what the main issue with Marksman is that if you only play to do damage in CC chains and goes, it's very easy to react to what you're doing, and people figure it out and they won't die to you as easily. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the quick little guide. Sorry it was a little rushed. I didn't want to go super in-depth, because the My Wowhead guide that I'll have linked down for Marksman goes into more in-depth, but I want to kind of show you what I've been doing in threes. Just had a Q session. Went 15-11. Not the most stellar win-loss, but we definitely started off really strong and ended up queuing into a few rough things at the end of the night. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe. Helps out the channel a lot, and I appreciate it. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.